Hi everybody, so Emer here, chi running coach. Another chi running tip for today. Again, as always, just back from my run. I was thinking about my ankles, my feet and my ankles. Often, the feet can be the root, excuse the pun, the root of a lot of runners' issues, niggles, injuries, potential future injuries. So it is actually really important. Sorry, I'm being attacked here by a horsefly or something. So focus on your ankles and your feet, not just when you're running, when you're standing, just that awareness of how relaxed you can keep your feet. I was really thinking today on the run, I reckon that if all runners could focus on getting a lightness and a suppleness into your ankles, that it would massively reduce impact, massively reduce the risk of shin splint, knee, calf, hip problems. Because if you can, as I'm picking up my feet, because from a chi running point of view, we think of a circular stride. So when I start moving forward, I don't think of striding forward, potentially heel striking. I literally think of taking a little step forward and then I'm just floating up my heels behind me. Whereas if I think of lifting the whole foot, it's amazing. It immediately makes my stride, makes my foot strike feel heavier. Whereas if I just think of my ankle being completely loose, light, fluid, like a well oil, like literally like you squeezed a bit of oil into it, and my ankle is really like your wrist. You can, I say this in my workshops, you can do that with your wrist. You can actually feel what I mean if you do it with your wrist. So put that into your ankle, and with each stride, as you pick up your feet, as you float your heels up behind you to open up your stride, just imagine that your ankles are light, and then that'll bring that lightness into your feet, and then that'll bring the lightness up into the whole way up the leg, and into your whole stride. So I'm not sure if I said this in a previous video, but a way, if you're not really sure what I mean by that, if you stand on a curb and allow your leg to dangle, just completely limp. Again, you can imagine with your arm, same thing, and the toe will point down towards the ground, and just feel that lightness. You want to try to bring that into your running, so that really was my focus today, and it made such a difference. I actually ended up running 8 miles today, which is I honestly think possibly the longest I've run since Dublin Marathon last year. It just hasn't been my focus distance, but I just decided to focus on that lightness in my ankles, my feet. If you've issues with your feet, if you tense your toes when you touch the ground, it's going to lead to potential issues. So splaying out your toes in your runners, make sure your runners aren't too tight, make sure you possibly are half a size up so the runner is the right fit for you, that little bit of space for the expansion when your feet heat up. Rolling your foot with a tennis ball to start. I use like one of those massage balls, so it's really, really hard. Rolling your foot up and down, is just a fantastic way of releasing tension in your feet, and it's crazy. You could immediately feel a difference, in how you stand and how you walk and how you move forward into your run. Okay, guys, I try to keep these short. I tend to kind of, meander on, so I'm going to leave it at that for today. As always, feel free to get in touch with me. You can, message me on my Instagram page or on my Facebook page. And take care, everyone. I'll chat to you soon.